What's new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction? Starting off from Athearn Genesis, MT4 class mountain type locomotives of the Southern Pacific have been delivered. Widely regarded as some of the prettiest steamers to ever be operated by the Southern Pacific, these high-stepping 482s with their skyline casings and Vanderbilt tenders were nearly as iconic to the SP as their streamlined sisters in the Daylight series, or the massively built cab forwards. Sadly, however, while at least one example of each of these latter classes was preserved, there are no SP Mountains left anywhere today, and that includes our store's shelves, unfortunately. The combination of a long-anticipated release and a small shipment meant that they went pretty fast. Sorry about that. But on the bright side, a second production run has been promised, this time including locomotives painted in the so-called semi-daylight livery that often graced the point of the San Joaquin Daylight trains throughout the 1940s. Slated for a New Year's release, the popularity of the previous run should ensure an ample quantity is available at that time. Stay tuned for further updates as they happen. But in the meantime, moving on to items we actually have, Union Pacific 412-2s have just arrived from Broadway Limited and their groundbreaking brass hybrid line. As the largest non-articulated steam locomotives ever built anywhere, these fleet-footed thoroughbreds were the masters of the Union Pacific's North Platte River route. Racing across the Great Plains with passengers and express freight in tow, their ultra-long wheelbase was unencumbered by curves on the nearly table-flat landscape. Available with Broadway's acclaimed Paragon 2 digital control and sound system, a fully detailed and illuminated cab anchors this one-of-a-kind design, along with puffing smoke, wire plumbing, freestanding ladders and grab irons, directional lighting, rear marker lamps, and a rather realistic coal load. Meanwhile, a skew-wound motor with back EMF control provides consistently smooth power, even at slow speeds. And then there are wood-sided refrigerator cars for both Roundhouse and Atlas. With detailed underframes and separately applied door hardware and ladders, these jaunty purveyors of perishable cargo will put the chill to any layout. Different styles of roof hatch are applied dependent upon prototype, while metal wheels provide for a smooth, hassle-free ride, and crisply painted logos evoke memories of the brand names of yesteryear, whether it's meat, or produce, or beer. Beer. Moving into the modern era, Athearn Genesis is also out this month with multiple EMD diesels. First off, special duty units of both the SD70M and 75I varieties. The I represents an isolated cab equipped with vibration dampening materials. It's a crew comfort thing. Introduced in the early 1990s as a direct response to General Electric's Dash 944CW locomotives, several versions of this 4,000 horsepower heavy hauler have been produced in varying quantities. Featuring see-through grillwork, full MU connections, exquisite roof and truck detail, and a 5-pole motor with flywheel drive system and all-wheel electrical pickup. And the same goes for the all-new GP38-2s as well. Another member of the Genesis family, these smaller EMD products feature all the attention to detail that Athearn so lavishly heaps upon their larger cousins. And then there are Husky-type well cars from Athearn's Ready-to-Roll line. Emblematic of the containerized commerce that characterizes the Pacific Rim trading sphere, these minimalist cars first appeared in the late 1970s, but exploded in popularity in the early 90s. Today, they stand as some of the most common cars to be found on American railroads. Fully assembled and ready to run, these cars feature separately applied brake rigging, machined metal wheels, screw-mounted trucks, and McHenry knuckle couplers for easy in-train operations. Containers sold separately. And then there are the more pedestrian freight cars, also from the ready-to-roll line. On offer this month, PS 5344 boxcars, PS 4740 covered hoppers, and bathtub coal gondolas. All units are built with optimized weighting, metal wheels, see-through mesh platforms, and freestanding grab irons, while some feature simulated fading of logos and lettering, and simulated paint overspray around corners and edges. Overall, they've got everything but the graffiti and the smell of grease on them. But what else would you expect from Central California's premier model railroad store? So stop on by and see what else is new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction today.